I like it, I like it, I like it, I like it. Oh, Fred and Casemiro. We need to make a song, man. We need to make a song. What's good, everyone? Hope everyone's doing well. Hope everyone's doing okay. I'm a bit more. Sorry, I'm a bit more. I'm a bit more happy than I should be because obviously we just scored not very long ago. But I like it, I like it, I like it, I like it. Oh, hey, Fred and Casemiro. We need to make that song. We need to make that song. Big up Merrick. Proud of the team. Mentality warriors. We starting to show it. Man, you saw Ten Hag's celebration at the end. Who saw Ten Hag's celebration at the end? The guy went, yeah. Come on. Yes. You saw, I thought the way Casemiro was celebrating, I thought he's about to punch his own chest in. The guy was like, yes. I saw Lisandro Martinez grab a fan like this. Yo, yes, come on. This is what I mean. This is what I mean. Can someone send me the link to the video of the celebration in the chat? If you can, that'll be good. If you can, that would be fantastic. But that was an absolutely fantastic finish by Manchester United. The whole finish of that game was really good. Let's be honest. The finishing was really, really good. I was really happy with Manchester United in that last bit of the game. I don't mean the whole game, but the last bit of the game. There's lots to talk about. There was lots to talk about. Big up to everyone in the chat. Make sure to drop a like on the video whilst you're coming through. Right. Let's start. Come on, Man United, man. It's not a win, but it feels like I'm just happy, you know? I'm just happy, man. Let me be happy. I'm normally, last season I wasn't happy. Let me be happy. So we start off the game. First 10 minutes, it's the same old. We need to build momentum. We need to actually. 1 second. After right, I've put a poll up. I want you guys to go and vote in the poll. Are you happy after that game versus Chelsea? Vote in the poll. I want everybody to get involved and vote. Right. So we started the game. First 10 minutes, bit shaky, not really there, feeling like, okay, Man United need to settle on the ball. We start settling on the ball. We start finding lots of spaces. We start finding lots of pockets of spaces. Bruno finds spaces. Eriksen finds spaces. Casemiro's finding players. Anthony's doing his thing. Sancho, okay, he's doing small. He's not really doing much, but not really doing less as well. He's just there. Boom, comes the chance against Kepa. Rashford gets a chance. He starts chipping it over Kepa, and he just doesn't get anywhere. Then that bit goes through. Then you have another chance that Bruno finds Anthony. I think it was Bruno that finds Anthony. But again, nothing comes from that as well. But you see in the first half, I'm just looking back on my screen here, the initial highlights. We have Luke Shaw with the first shot on goal. Ball goes through Chalobah's legs, just wide of the mark, makes Kepa stretch. But that was, you could say, a shot on goal, but it's just not on target. Then you have Casemiro and Eriksen fighting for the ball from Loftus-Cheek. Bruno then finding Rashford through on goal, who chips Kepa, but Kepa makes himself big and just gets his hand on the ball. And that was our second kind of chance. That was one of the most dangerous chances. Then you have Anthony to Rashford, and Rashford sprinting at the Chelsea defense. Anthony was on the overlap, but Rashford says, "Now let me have it myself." Kepa again making a really good save. The shot was half decent, if you ask me. It wasn't a bad shot. He couldn't have gone to the near post because Kepa was obviously covering that, but he goes to the far post and Kepa makes a good save. Then you have Bruno, who then finds Anthony through on goal. Yet again, Anthony with his right foot. This time, instead of slapping the ball on the side, he decides to punch the ball straight on, and the ball, instead of going straight in, it kind of went like this and then outwards. So yeah, that was another chance as well. I was hoping Anthony would bury that chance, but he didn't. So Upset with that, to be honest. Big up the members in the chat. I'm going to read through some of the chat now. Let's see. Let's see. Wayne says, "Big up, bro. We should have won today, but I'll take the point. We fought for that draw." Ganso says, "Casemiro is a must-start. He plays every game." Okay. Merrick says, "I need a video of Ten Hag celebration." Yeah, Ten Hag was, yeah. Come on, Ten Hag celebration was good. I enjoyed Ten Hag celebration. Merrick says the way we impose our style at away games is mad. Yeah, we're looking good. Should have won that. I know should have won that game. Momentum completely switched when Varane came off. Hopefully he's okay. This is something we'll obviously find out in the next couple of hours and days as well. The game had a draw written all over it. I can see that as well, Liam. And Ganso says, "I'm not happy. I wanted to win. I'm relieved we didn't lose, but our finishing is problematic." Make sure if you're watching and you want to come onto the stream and have your say, join the memberships below. Big up the members who are joining the Planet Faz community, helping the community grow. We've got the group chat and everything. So big up all you lot. Love, love, love to all of you. The channel's growing massively. We're nearly at 6K subscribers. Coming into the second half, one of the crucial bits of the second half is Varane's injury. Now, as the first half has come to an end, we've ended the first half on a high, and I was expecting Man United to start the second half on a high as well. Graham Potter in the first half, in the 35 minutes, starts making a substitution, brings on Kovacic, takes off Cucurella. If you ask me, when I saw Kovacic come on, I was thinking, is Cucurella maybe feeling a niggle? Has he got a cramp? I don't know what's going on here. Why is at 35? Why is he bringing Cucurella off? But then you go and notice he's brought on a midfielder who can be a lot more imposing on the ball and a lot more physical. He clearly lacked that physicality in that midfield, and so he's gone and made that change, and it worked out for the better for him. It really did. You saw that instantly instantly. They're just showing the Ronaldo stuff, Ronaldo walking off. You saw that Kovacic coming on in the midfield straight away, imposing himself, going physical with Bruno, going physical with Casemiro. Casemiro having a go at, challenge on him, and he's smiling. But Kovacic straight away starts creating moments for Chelsea in the second half. I thought in the second half we were going to start off fast. We were going to again impose our authority on Chelsea, but we didn't. As the minutes went on, we just started fading from the game. Varane's injury came through, and I saw Varane crying. And I tell you what, I nearly started crying. I nearly started crying because that's Rolls Royce Varane. That's a class of a player. That's a serious gentleman of a player. None of us have anything against that guy. That guy is one of the best centre backs that we could have asked for right now, and we have him. And you saw straight away Lisandro Martinez goes over to him and starts comforting him because that's his partner, who he's had numerous good games with, and they've clearly created a bond. You see Anthony coming over to him, you see Dallo coming over to him, Bruno, all the players coming up to him and clearly giving him and showing him love, and he's breaking down in tears. He's got his shirt all over his face. I hope it's not serious, and a player that gets injured and starts being that emotional, you feel like it's something big. The emotional aspect of that situation made it look more serious than what it might be. So, and I hope that's the case, that it's not that serious. I hope he's back soon, because that would be a real big problem for us if Varane isn't back soon. Now, Varane's gone off. Lindelof's come on. Ten Hag's decided to bring in the last 10 minutes of the game. He's brought on McTominay and Elanga. Look, Sancho, and he's put Bruno in front. Rashford's off, and I think he's doing some false nine again, false football, if you ask me, because I don't like Bruno up front alone. I really do not like it. But nonetheless, Elanga comes on for Sancho, and instantly Elanga starts dribbling past players, starts running past players. Elanga starts giving us moments and starts giving us speed and desire and urgency on the ball. And you don't see that from Sancho all game. You could tell Sancho's head going down constantly throughout the game. I saw Sancho fading. Defensive duties, okay, he did parts of it well. But if you ask me, Sancho, he's had a run of bad games now. And he's tried to kind of kickstart his way into form, and it's not working. It isn't working. People told me that Sancho comes in form later in the year, XYZ. They said I have a Sancho agenda. They said I bash Sancho too much. I should leave Sancho alone. I got told a lot of things, and guess what happened? Guess what happened? He's not cooking, and it's sad because we like Sancho. All of us like Sancho. I don't know why Manchester United fans feel like they need to protect a player. Nobody needs to be protected. Every single player in Manchester United can be criticized and will be criticized because there are players that are performing. There is, you can't. Last season we said, well, he's not performing. Well, so isn't he. So isn't the rest of the team. Nobody's performing. But in this particular season, everybody's performing pretty much, and there are the odd individuals that aren't performing. And considering that, we can't let this slide. Big up to everyone in the stream. Make sure to drop a like in the video and join the memberships as well if you want to. We can't let Sancho slide. Can't. Sancho is supposed to hold bench, and Elanga instantly came on and showed us urgency. I saw him run past three players, and Jorginho collected a yellow card because he had to make that tactical foul and bring him down because Elanga was going to go blitz straight in. Elanga then after that as well, you can see that in my post-match. I'm going to bring up the highlights as well. But Elanga ran through, puts the ball in the box, nobody there to connect with the ball. He puts the ball in just behind everyone, but then everyone had ran a bit too forward ahead as well. So he puts a good ball in, if you ask me. But Elanga over Sancho is the argument and the discussion right now. And I think 100% majority of us should be saying it should be Elanga that's starting. 100%. Coming to Rashford in the middle again, yet again, the same situation. The lad is doing well. The lad is working hard. He's getting in behind. He's making his run. He's working really, really hard on the pitch and off the ball, on the ball. But nonetheless, his finishing is atrocious. Is atrocious. Rashford needs to do more one-to-one sessions with Benny McCarthy because his overall finishing is so bad, so bad. Because that ball coming from Bruno, he should just caress the ball with his right foot and bang, it goes into the back of the net. It should just be second nature for a striker in a position like that. Yeah, he fails, and then you come to Anthony. I love Anthony Joga Bonito, but his right foot situation is pissing me off. This guy has no right foot at all, like at all. And that's a concern. That's a big concern. We paid, well, I'm not gonna say we paid 100 million, but then in essence, whatever his transfer value is, we did pay that, right? If you want to say he's a 60 million, we paid 60 plus more. But even then, for a 60 million player, you would expect him to have some some weak foot ability, but Anthony has no weak foot ability. Nonetheless, he did well this game. He was beating his players. He was doing his bit. He was running in behind. He was trying to create chances. He tried to do some crosses, but overhit it. He tried to do his thing, but again, he needs to improve his certain aspects of the game a bit more. He's way too left foot focused. Sometimes it's way too much. I don't mind it, to be honest, because he doesn't really lose the ball and he's very physical. He is very physical for a winger forward. He'll always try and win the ball and always try and keep the ball. And I don't mind that. If you're going to be an overly powered left footer or a right footer, but you can give me everything else in the game, I'm happy with it. And I can excuse you for that. I personally, this is my opinion. Wes, big up Wes for joining the stream, says his weak foot is as bad as Robin, but Robin's strong foot was absolutely lethal. Like, my goodness. Anyways, and he needs to improve his left foot. If you ask me, Anthony needs to be more stronger, more powerful, more finesse. And if he's going to be so much left foot concentrated, he needs to show us more. Casemiro I'm going to come on to Casemiro a bit later because he gave us the goal. I'm going to come on to Luke Shaw. Luke Shaw's done well this game. Let's be real. Luke Shaw brought the physicality, backed his players, saved Sancho a few times when needed to from mistakes. Of course, makes that beautiful, delicious, sensational Roberto Carlos whip ice cream, Ben and Jerry's, whatever you want to call it, man. The delicioso, sensational, like Future would say. What's the Italian word? Besimo or something? I don't know, man. But anyways, that cross was, oh my goodness, what a cross. But then good players make bad crosses look good. So the cross was good, but the header was just, oh my goodness, that's a header from the archives, that is. And the maddest thing is Go and check my live stream before Casemiro's goal. I continually said, no point crossing the ball, no point crossing the ball, no point crossing the ball. We don't score headers. We can't defend headers. We can't do set piece. We can't do corner kicks. We can't even do well from throwings. I hate our set pieces. I just hate our set piece tactics and the record that we have in scoring. And then not from a set piece, but from a cross comes the goal that gets us the point. And I'm very happy. Very, very happy. Malasia wouldn't have given you that cross. Let's be real here. Malasia wouldn't have given that cross. There's Ganso says McTominay cost us 3 points. Look, McTominay in essence didn't and did. I want to be a bit light on McTominay. There's a reason why. You see how Chelsea set up their set piece tactics. You had Chalobah, you had Broha, and you had Aspilicueta all lined up in a straight line, and McTominay's the one marking all three in essence. Whoever makes the run, McTominay has to follow. Now, Broha is the first person in line, Chalobah in the middle, and Aspilicueta behind in the third man. Broha makes the run in, and what McTominay, in essence, should be doing is just using his body to slow him down. But what he tries to do is he tries to stop him from running. That's where the concern comes in. He puts his left hand out, and he notices that Broha is very strong, and he clearly runs past, and that hand is not stopping him. He then brings his right hand around Broha's back and kind of almost tries to lock his hands and hold him in. And that for me is a penalty. I'm not disputing that penalty. I'm not, because Casemiro was there to header the ball as well. Broha, I don't think would have got a clear cut chance to header that ball. So he could have technically let him go, not fully, but just be there. But Casemiro would have played it out, and he didn't, and that cost us the penalty. But then again, the argument is if we didn't concede that penalty, we might not have been we might not have shown the urgency to go and get that goal. That urgency is what got us that goal. Kepa makes a beautiful save. Kepa gets a very strong hand. It's the post that helps us with that goal. But Kepa does really well all game. Saves two shots from Rashford. It did fumble a little bit and give us that corner, but he does well, if you ask me. Let's go through some of the comments. Sancho cost us 3 points. I wouldn't say he did, but he didn't get us 3 points as well. He's just not doing much. He's just been poor or average, and average is not good enough. Average right now is looking poor, basically. Man United are performing at that level where average is going to be looking poor. So let's be honest. Sancho was poor, but it was purely McTominay who cost us the game. McTominay's had good games in this season, so I don't want to be so harsh on McTominay straight away. These type of things will happen. It will happen. Martinez had a handball situation as well, don't forget. So it can happen. Game Tong says, yo, brother, our defense is amazing. Dallo, Shaw, Lisandro, Varane, Lindelof, they were so amazing today. Let's talk about Lindelof a little bit. Comes on for Varane, but does well. He does really well. You see him, he doesn't seem like he missed a beat. He doesn't seem like he's out of sync. You see, Lisandro obviously would have preferred Varane. He has the partnership with him, but Lindelof did well. I'm happy with Lindelof. Disha, big up Disha for joining the stream, says, what, according to you, went wrong today? I think for me, what went wrong is having Sancho on that side. Definitely did not go well. And I think on top of that, we need to be taking our chances. Opportunities don't come in abundance at times. You saw in big games, for example, right? Man City, Real Madrid. Real Madrid had a couple of chances and they just put the ball in the back of the net because they're big time game players. You have the likes of Vini, Rodrigo, Benzema. They're big game players. They'll turn up. So we need to take our chances. We created chances, and at halftime, I had a conversation with lots of people, and I was saying on Twitter, and I was saying, you know what? We're creating chances. That's the most important thing. That shows us how good we're playing. A team that creates chances is very, very dangerous. Very dangerous. So that's how I look at it, because a goal can come from anywhere. Goal could come from Fred. Goal could come from Bruno. Goal could come from Rashford. Goal could come from Casemiro. We're creating chances from all angles. So that's something the positive to take. But in essence, the forwards are the ones that's supposed to be scoring the goals. And I will continually say, Martial is to be blamed here. Martial is still not fit. Varane is injured today, and which is very upsetting. But Varane has been solid this season. He's not really had an injury scare other than this one right now. So I'm very, very much annoyed at Martial. I told you Kepa's going to be annoying. Yeah. Sancho needs to be benched for the next few games. 100%. 100%. We need more ruthlessness. We do need more ruthlessness. We need to have man. This is Manchester United, and this is the Premier League, by the way, guys and girls. We need threat in terms of aerial threat, free kick threat, corner kick threat, threat from speed, passing threat. We don't have a lot of threats. We're not a threat when it comes to aerial goals. Goals scored by from aerial balls. Obviously, the irony we did today, but that's Casemiro. One of how many times will we be going and getting goals from headers? Not really much. Let's be honest here. We won't really be getting a lot of goals, but nonetheless, I'm very, very much concerned as to what we do going forward, trying to identify who's going to be our forward. It can't be Sancho. Sancho needs to come off, and Elanga needs to play. Elanga definitely needs to play. I'm going to drop the link for the members to join into the stream and for the members to have a bit of a say for the last couple of 10 to 15 minutes of the stream. Big up all the members and the members only community and the group chat. The link is in your group chat now. If you want to become a member, you can do so using the link in the bio or the super chat section as well. Disha says, how would you solve the Sancho situation strategically? I think the most important thing is you go ahead and you tell Sancho that, look, you're having a run of bad games. Let's identify what are your strengths, what are your weaknesses. I need you to hold bench and Elanga to come on because speed is what's helping us right now. Elanga's speed, he nearly got us a goal and he got Jorginho booked as well. Elanga put the ball into the box. If someone was in that box in and around that region, that ball goes in as well. So Elanga instantly made an impact coming on, whereas Sancho didn't make any impact all game. And you can say Sancho's GA looks good, but GA doesn't mean anything when you're playing poor. This is what I mean by GA. People go on about Martial's GA. People go on about Sancho's GA, but the GA isn't helping anyone right now. It isn't helping you win games. It isn't helping us in games. So that's all I gotta say. I'm pissed off by McTominay, says Haptamu. Yeah, I get you, brother. Haptamu, I get you that McTominay gave away that penalty, but like I said, I don't want to put too much pressure on McTominay because he's had good games this season. He's been decent this season. So that penalty, I'll just let it slide. I think he just tried to overdo it. He overdid it and he tried to be a bit extra safe. And whilst trying to do that, he's given away the penalty and the refs picked up on it. And Bruno mentioned in his post-match that this is the Premier League. If we're going to be blowing the whistle for, just pushing and shoving a little bit, then what's the point? Because I wonder if Craig Pawson gives that as a penalty. I don't think Craig Pawson would give that as a penalty. I don't really think so. Josh says, I'm glad Casemiro came in clutch, but it's kind of mad that Chelsea came out with a draw. Bumsy being pen merchant as usual. Chelsea came out with a draw. I think Chelsea will be upset. I think they would think they deserve to win. I think we deserve to win as well. So draw is fair. Chelsea came and very close came to scoring with Aubameyang ball from Chilwell. Aubameyang trying to control that ball, bring it down with his right leg and slap it with his left foot, failing. Raheem Sterling as well, punching the ball in or just sliding the ball in towards Aubameyang, but then Dalot came in sliding and just putting Aubameyang off. Aubameyang, instead of slapping the ball first time, tries to kind of control the ball and then hit it right in front of goal. So that cost him as well. Chelsea had a good few open chances. Kovacic having loads of different pockets of spaces after in the second half as well. So they did their bit. They did their bit. So they will be annoyed, thinking, why didn't we score? Aubameyang coming off, Pulisic coming on, and Pulisic instantly bringing some speed, some fresh legs into that second half. And you saw Chelsea being more and more confident, and they were getting corner after corner after corner. And that's where my concerns were, because Chelsea have big, tall players. Big, tall players. And that's where my fear was. You saw Chalobah hitting the crossbar as well with the header. Fred, I don't know what he was doing. And again, Fred didn't actually have a great game. Even though he didn't play many minutes, he didn't really do anything. And Fred, again, you saw moments where he was giving the ball away. He was trying to do clever passing, and the clever passing was ending up, giving possession away to Chelsea. You saw. Never Miss Rob says Sancho needs training with under 21. If you can't beat them, don't bother coming up. That's very harsh. Ganso with the contribution. Big up, Ganso. I appreciate you. Thank you very much for the support and also being a member of the community. Super chat for Ericsson starting. Told y'all, but you guys insist, Fred. Also, if Sancho doesn't improve, get rid in summer. We need to be ruthless. Ganso, sorry, brother. You were right. You were right all along. We should have put Ericsson in there. And guess what? If we had, Yuma would have been donating some memberships for people. So it's a shame. It is a shame that we didn't put you choose what's the saying? The right horse for the right course, right? That's the saying. And Fred was not the right horse for this game, and Ericsson was, and we saw that. So yeah, big up Ganso for that contribution and rubbing it in that we should have picked Ericsson. Maybe we should listen to you more than Griggs, who keeps taking L's again and again. Keeps taking L. Even Omo, don't forget, by the way, don't forget, we did the role play. I did the role play where I was acting like Fred, and I started pushing back, and you all fell for it. Not you, but people fell for it. That actually Fred deserves to get rewarded. But there you go. There you go. You were right. Big up Yuma for joining the stream. Yuma,
What's good? What's good?
I see you got the nice green top.
Yeah, it's my first time wearing it, and I don't know what they brought me good luck or bad luck, but it is what it is.
I can't lie, it looks good on you.
It is a very nice jersey, dude. In person,
It looks good on you. It looks it looks decent. Hey, have you got trousers on? Have you got pants on?
Yeah, I got my Christmas
because I know people be on stream with no pants on, just tops.
I'm not going crazy. I'm not going commando out here.
People be on stream with no pants, just tops. But that top looks good. I might need to go and grab one of those tops. But talk to me. Nice. Talk to me what you thinking, man. Break it down. What you thinking?
First of all, I have to give it to both managers, man. That's called tactics on display. Tactical nous, tactical adaptability, using all that you can to try and get the best result possible. And it was just a tactical masterclass from both managers. So I just want to big up both Harry Potter and Ten Hag for that. All respect to Harry Potter. No,
you keep calling him Harry Potter
because he makes magic happen.
Something, by the way. I want to show you something. Hold on, I'm gonna show you something. I'm going to show everyone something. See what you think. And I don't think you saw the video. Right? Can you see my screen?
Yeah, I see it now.
So I was doing my post-match. Dislike my own video. I was doing my post-match video. And this is what I see. Just got done with the watch-along for the Chelsea versus Manchester United game. Chelsea won. Manchester United won. What a game. Manchester United started off really strong. With Rashford having a chance. Wait, what? Why is Kovacic? Huh? Who took Kovacic's clothes, man?
Yeah, I don't understand. After all the emotions that we had to endure in those 90 minutes, like, my head is everywhere. I'm kind of upset. I'm still kind of upset, and I'll tell you why in a second. And then all of a sudden, I see Kovacic running across. I don't get it. So you know what? I get why you asked me if I had trousers on.
Wait, the man took off all clothes, like all clothes, top,
Yo,
tight, shorts, everything, socks, everything. He's giving away everything.
it was ridiculous. I was like, "What is going? Like,
Someone
what are
really
the
must have
shorts?
begged
Like,
him.
come on, man. You can't give the shorts behind the locker room.
Like shorts as well in a stadium that's got like 50,000 people. He just gave it
come
all away,
on, man.
and had his package just slanging about in the stadium.
How do you think his wife feels about that?
I mean, how do you think his kids feel about it?
Jeez.
But I don't know. Anyways,
All
go
right.
on,
Anyway, let's get
continue.
back to what we need to talk about. I'm frustrated, fast. I'm frustrated because you remember when the last time I came on here, it was after the Newcastle result, and I said the biggest thing about this team is what consistency and identity. And as you've seen since then, and even earlier, that is what has resulted in that first half that you saw today. For us, Manchester United, who could barely string 5 passes last year together, who were a West Ham victory away from going to the Conference League, to be able to now go to Stamford Bridge a year later with mostly of the same players, a little tweaks here and there, and to be able to dominate possession like we did, honestly, is marvelous. It shows the coaching staff what they're doing alongside with Ten Hag. It shows that the players are buying into what Ten Hag is saying, and they're 100% focused and believe what's going on. And it's just unfortunate that we weren't able to tuck in the chances that we had. My number 10, I'm his biggest fan. Oh,
And the thing is, I like Rashford. Rashford has been doing well this season, but the issue is he just can't find the goal. And it's not like he can't. It's not like he's not got the ability. It's that it's just not happening for him. I think a bit of luck is involved, and I think it's just a bit of patience. But let's be honest, Yuma, in the striker world, it is very, very lonely. Just like the goalkeeper world, by the way, these two positions are very lonely. And when it's your time, you must do what you need to do, as in for a keeper, make the save, and for the striker, put the ball in the net. And when you're failing to do those things, for Rashford, when he's failing to put the ball in the back of the net, that's your bread and butter. I don't need you to have a good pass. I don't need you to put the ball in the back of the net when the team find you. And that's what's costing us, if you ask me.
and the thing about it is, yes, I think he did have a lack of service at times in the game, but he should know better than anybody that if that's the case, then come in a little bit deeper to get you involved in the game to have some link up play, because we all know that Rashford does have a pretty good link up play. So he could do his little 1-2s and then, get back into position because he's quick and fast enough to get back into position in a reasonable time and continue things proceeding. So it's just, I guess, the experience or lack thereof in the number 9 position in which he's forced to play in right now. And it just shows why we desperately need a striker, regardless of if Cristiano Ronaldo wants to stay or go, regardless of if Martial wants to be on his Ballon d'Or form. I want another striker because we can't continue going into games where we're missing clinical chances. That's 6 points we have left on the table, Newcastle and tonight. Like, that's big. 4 points, sorry. But yeah, but that's big. If you look at the table, if you give us 4 points right now, bro, do you see what that does?
Yep. I hate draws. You remember the Ole season with the draws, man? Can't do draws. I don't
I
like
mean,
draws. Let me bring up some of the statistics for you all for the game, and we can have a little conversation about that. So the stats for this particular game: obviously, Manchester United with majority of the ball possession, with 53% possession for Manchester United, 47% for Chelsea. Goal attempts, 13 for us, 6 for Chelsea. Shots on goal, 6 for Manchester United, only 2 from Chelsea. Shots of goal, 6 again for us, and 3 for Chelsea. You look at, they had more free kicks, they had more corner kicks, of course. Kepa making good few saves. This is the thing. You had a lot of chances a lot of shots on goal, a lot of attempts on goal, but not really a lot of saves. We being the slightly more aggressive team, collecting hella yellow cards. Passing again, we did the similar amount of passing to Chelsea, just outpassed them by 60 passes. Completed passes again, similar, just outpassed them a little bit. The main thing is the attacks and the dangerous attacks. Chelsea clearly looked more dangerous when they attacked. We had our moment. Let's not get it twisted. And we had our moment really clear on goal. But when Chelsea had their moment, dangerous attacks 55-44, they clearly looked a lot more dangerous, and they had that penalty as well. But it was an overall balanced game. You look at first half, right? And we really took the game to them in the first half. But you look at the dangerous attacks in the first half, it's the same. It's actually the same, even though we thought that we had more of the game. If you look at actual dangerous attacks, it's the same as Chelsea's. So without the ball, Chelsea did well as well. And then if you go and look at the second half, again, more possession in the second half as well. But then Chelsea obviously being the more aggressive team with 35 dangerous attacks compared to our 24. Now, we need to be the main thing is when we are making our dangerous attacks and we're having goal attempts 13 compared to Chelsea's 6, we need to be clinical. We need to finish our chances, and this is what's costing us, Yuma, right?
Yeah, it's definitely is absolutely what's costing us. Like I said, it's cost us 6 points from 4 points. Sorry, again from Newcastle to tonight, and
and let's not forget, it could have been 6 points because we could have lost those 2 games.
Exactly, and tonight, honestly though, we carried Sancho, bro. You're going
just like the last game.
Just like the last game, but tonight was even more so apparent because you're going against Azpilicueta. Bro, Sancho needs to be on his FIFA street team against Azpilicueta at this stage of his career right now. Bro, you're going back to your ends, man. Bro, come on. I need more from you. I don't know what's going on. Like, really, what's going on? We're in a good mood groove. And there's a lot of positivity, excluding the whole Ronaldo situation, but that's its own entity. So honestly, I think those can be mutually exclusive to some extent, but that's neither here nor there. But regardless, why the lack of intent to take on Azpilicueta was disgusting. And Sancho needs a proper look at himself. Because if we have a bright, positive Sancho on that left-hand side doing what he's supposed to do, I guarantee we get a goal, either by him himself or by him creating, because that's just how great he is. And especially you saw what he did last game with Fred. Despite having a poor game, he was still able to slot the nice pass to Fred, and Fred, with a bit of luck, was able to slot it in. But the fine margins, and Sancho, come on, bro. I don't know what's going on, man. It's not like the team isn't playing positive. You can't say that, we're playing negative. It's you.
Let's go ahead and look at the games that we have coming up in the next few weeks before the World Cup. We've got how many? Let's see. We have quite a few, I think. We've got Sheriff, West Ham, Sociedad, Villa. I hate how this happens every fucking year. You play the same team back to back. EFL Cup is a fraud. Fulham, and then we're off for the World Cup. Fulham being the last away game. Talk to me. How are we going about doing the job against West Ham and then doing the job against Aston Villa? I'm not saying they're going to be easy games, but we need to be considering how we're going and collecting points. I'm concerned for Man United with no forwards at the moment.
And
David Moyes is doing his thing as well. Let's be honest. David Moyes is doing, he's mid table or towards the latter end of the table, but West Ham are not a team that you just sit back and think, yeah, we'll do a job. They've done well, where they, had a win against Wolves, they had a win against Fulham, they had a win against Anderlecht. Lost against Liverpool with this just slight 1-0. They drew against Southampton. Um, they're a decent team. They're a decent team. And after West Ham and the league, if I'm not mistaken, we've got Villa. There we go. Yeah, we've got Villa as well. What are your thoughts on that, Yuma?
You're talking about the lack of forwards. Obviously, you saw what happened today with Varane, and I'm. First of all, let's talk about that incident. The Chelsea fans are very classless. And they should take a good look at themselves.
Mm.
The fact that they were jeering at Varane into thinking, I guess he was doing some type of simulation, was disgraceful on their part. And I know that they're better than that. So that's what I want to say from the Chelsea, from my point of view, from that. But it looked very serious. You saw obviously what it meant to him. This is someone that has had a lot of injuries in his career. So for him to make that type of expression it actually hit me low key. Not gonna lie, because you could tell like that, bro. As a fellow man, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. He looked very upset. He did not look happy at all.
You could,
And I think the emotional reaction made it look more serious than it can be. We started saying, oh my God, he's out for months. He's going to be out for months, but we don't
yeah,
know. Let's be real. We don't know. I think it's
yeah,
just the emotions got the better of him. I hope it was just his emotions and nothing serious. But there is a saying that a player who reacts like that after getting clattered knows that they're in trouble. Knows that they're in trouble. But we'll find
yeah,
out in the next few hours. What you can expect is no information, because Ten
yeah.
Hag will not tell you when he's going to be back. He doesn't give you any information. We can
So,
just hope and pray.
so yeah, we have to hope and pray. But now going back to those games, honestly, fast. I'm just gonna keep it a buck with you. Let's just do one game at a time. I'm not worried about. We've just gone through the onslaught and avalanche. Excuse me, of playing the other big six sides. I want to take a breather and give a round of applause to management, medical department, players, everyone, nutritionists. The fact that we did what we did to come out with only one loss against City, against other big six sides, we gotta keep it a buck and say, you know what, well done, lads. Now let's take a deep breather, and now we kick on, because a lot of points will be dropped. And if we play it smart and taking it game by game, I do think that we could be in about the top four before we go into the World Cup break. And obviously, we have to keep an
Yeah.
eye on Europa League as well.
You don't know with the situation with Tottenham as well. They've got Newcastle next, and Newcastle are looking like a strong team. So they've got a very strong game to play as well. 1 point taken from the game. Am I disappointed? Really and truly, no. A lot of people in the voting, they're saying they are happy with what they've seen. So overall, 58% of the people have said that they are happy, and 42% of the people are saying they are not happy. Um, I don't know. You're shaking your head.
I'll tell you why the 52% should be are wrong. We dominated those first 35 minutes in Stamford Bridge. They cannot get out of their halves. When you play like that, you should, and the chances that, or the good positions that we put ourselves in to create chances, we should be clinical enough to finish and get at least one. Because if you score one, you change the whole dynamic of the game. And you know how our boys are. Once we get one, we're going for two now. It just gives us life. Like we get that extra burst of speed. You know how we go. We hunt like wolves once we get that one goal. So it's just so disappointing that we just weren't clinical enough. And those are the fine margins. Once again, the fine margins. When Graham Potter made the substitutions, obviously now you bring in Kovacic. Now it's 3-on-3. And now you can see Ericsson's deficiency in defending, especially in the transition defense. Oh my gosh. He was leaving spaces and gaps everywhere, whether it be for Mount, and or Loftus-Cheek. It was actually disgusting. And that's why I was thinking in my head, oh my gosh, if either Fred or McTominay was here, at least that would be mitigated somewhat, but not to this extent. But then again, I understand that in such a game, you want to have dominance and technical prowess to be able to get yourself out of tight spots and situations with a team that will press on you for fairly most part of the game, which Chelsea did, to be fair. So I'm frustrated. Obviously, the second half came and they had the majority. They looked like the better side in the second half, but I still think that we put ourselves in good positions. And once again, our final third decision making of this team, I don't know what we have to do. I don't know. I don't know, Faz. A final third decision making. It's not even execution. It's decision making before execution.
I mean, the execution isn't even there, is it?
To make it even worse, to add insult to injury.
The execution ain't even there. The sideways passing sometimes, yet again. We'll just have to see how we do. But I agree with you. Take it one game at a time. You are definitely right. Take it one game at a time.
What you think about the penalty? Because I think that's pure.
I think it's fair. I do think it's fair. I think it's fair. You're supposed to slow the player down with one hand, and that's okay. You can pull the shirt, and that can even be excused. But what he's tried to do, he's gone and he's done this, which is okay. You can say right. But then he's tried to lock his arms and then really stop him. And the striker has thrown himself in the floor, and it's fair. Yeah, Graham. Possum might have not given that as a penalty, but if you ask me, I am giving that as a penalty because he's tried to lock his arms and stop the player from going through. And the Casemiro was there; he could have stopped the ball. So I don't know why McTominay felt the urge to bring him down.
I think there's a witch hunt for Manchester United this year from VAR. We do get decisions. The only decisions that we've gotten this year was against Arsenal. 3 other potential decisions to go for us has literally gone against us.
I hear you.
And it's actually disgusting.
I hear you.
I don't know what's going on, but I don't know, the lack of respect, maybe because of Ten Hag being a new in the Premier League. I don't know, because, man, come on, we are Manchester United. I mean, we're not some small little club. We're like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's not GRN Daily. Like, come on.
I get you. I get you. But only like I say all the time, we can't. I don't like blaming the ref. We should just be able to kill the game off. And at least goal line technology is something that they can't lie on, or else I'm sure they would have tried to lie on that as well.
Bro, I was fuming when I saw Jorginho score, and then I saw that stupid Champions League tattoo on his right elbow. I was losing it. I was fuming, and then I saw what happened. Oh my gosh, I threw everything. Like, my room turned upside down for that bit because it was all that rage and anger and frustration of, like, get the fucking ball inside the damn net.
Yep.
Come on, guys. Like, you guys can do this.
Yep.
Oh.
Even Bruno trying to have you saw Bruno trying to have shots on goal, and one of them he made Kepa make a save, and the other one he skied it, fully skied it.
You know what? Tonight was one of those nights that you just want to test the keeper. And there was a lot of powerful shots that we were taking from outside the box that I was hoping. And Rashford, to his credit, was always probing around those areas in front of Kepa in case he didn't get a good hand on it. I believe one of the times he did fumble the ball and it went for a corner when he shouldn't have. So, you know, it gave us the impetus, I believe, to continue trying out to shoot from the outside the box to see if you will make another mistake in him. And to be fair, Fergie time, and that's twice now that I believe we've been saved by Fergie time for Ten Hag. I don't know what was the last game. I forgot the last game that we did it, but it was very recent.
I think
Then
we had 5 minutes a couple games ago, but 6 minutes, yeah, it's because of Varane's injury that 6 minutes was given. But we had 5 minutes not so very long ago.
yeah, but man, credit to the like I said, credit to the boys to have the spirit and credit to Ten Hag to highlighting that immediately at the post game match review to say like credit to the boys for them to have the spirit and the character to come back despite that late low blow because it took the air. Oh my gosh, I I was fuming, guys. I was actually fuming, and for them to still keep their composure and still get a result, and just shows that Casemiro was due, and we've been saying it. He's been missing his chances. He had a header here or there. He had the low shot against Tottenham last game. He had a header against Newcastle he missed. Finally, you see, he gets his goal, and it came at a very pivotal time. So I'll take the
Yeah.
point, and we move on. And yeah,
You could see what that meant to him as well. You saw the celebration from the whole team, what that meant to them. So
everyone, I believe most of us, most of the fan base felt that same way.
yeah,
that very
yeah,
moment, at that very moment, I believe most of the fan base felt the same way because I just felt like vindicated. Like, damn, even though the ref was against us with that bogus, at least for me, I thought it was a bogus call because I've seen plenty of times and numerous times in this Premier League they let that call go. Numerous of times. I don't know. I obviously isolated incidents on top of my head right now, but I know what I've seen in the Premier League for a while now. And we all know we've seen times that players or defenders, excuse me, have been able to wrap their arms around the forward. But like, if it's not directly affecting the player game, it's okay. Rojo was not being directly affected. The ball was not to him.
yeah. I hear you.
That's why I was so livid. I'm like, bro, let that go. Like, okay, yeah, he had his arms around it, but at that point, you are a referee of the Premier League. You have to understand it's the 83rd minute or whatever it was. If I give Chelsea this penalty, the chances of them winning and the chances of Manchester, bro, do you know how big this decision is? Like, who's the small man referee, by the way? I don't even know his name. He's even pissing me off now that I'm thinking about him. All the bad decisions. No, I'm hot now.
Yeah, but big up to you anyways, Yuma, and big up to all the members. We'll do a members only stream tomorrow where all the members can join in as well together, and I'll let the members only community in the group chat know what time that will be. Guessing it'll be in the similar time anyways, but big up to everyone for joining. Big up Yuma for joining as well. Listen, let me just wrap this up. Chelsea won, Manchester United won. What can I say? It's a game that we deserve to win. It's a game that they don't think they deserve to win. And I guess the fair result is a draw. We weren't clinical, and neither were they. They had a couple of chances where they could have put the ball in the back of the net, and they couldn't do it. So they'll be frustrated as well. But and when they got their penalty, they would have turned around and thought, you know what, we've got the game in the bag, and we'll just see the next 10 minutes out. But Manchester United stayed in that game. They kept their mentality. They kept their presence and the desire to get a goal. And Casemiro coming through with a absolutely stunning header that we'll watch back for the rest of the season, because that header took some serious dedication to try and connect with that ball and connect well as well. And Kepa makes a good save, gets a strong hand, but the destiny of that ball was to go inside the goal, and it did. Goal line technology coming in and helping us as well, which was a blessing. So I'll take the point. We've got West Ham, we've got Villa, we've got Sheriff coming up, all these games coming up, but we'll see. Like Yuma said before, we'll take one game at a time, and it's a shame that we had to draw against Newcastle. It's a shame that we drawed against Chelsea, because there could be an additional 4 points there that we could have had, or at least an additional 2 if we had scored in both games. If we had scored in the Chelsea game, we could have had the 3 points, but nonetheless, we'll take the 1 point and we move. Big up to everyone for joining. FIFA stream coming very shortly, so I'll be live tonight. Got everything sorted, everything up and running. I wanted to bring you guys the best quality stream that I possibly can. I didn't want to cut corners. I did a couple of the FIFA streams, and I looked back and I said, this is not the quality I want. I want better. So I've gone and upgraded better. So you will get 4K FIFA streams coming shortly, so keep an eye out for that. But other than that, big up to everyone, big up to all the members. Members only stream tomorrow, where all the members can have a say. So if you want to become a member, you can do so now using the link in the bio or the super chat section as well, where you can become a member and you can join the community and join the membership, join the group chat, and come on the stream and have your opinion and say. So big up to everyone. God bless. Good night. Take care.